I'm Matthew Thompson, famous YouTuber, and I approve this message.
Hello, my name is Matthew Thompson, and I'm a famous YouTuber. You probably remember me back when I was running for Congress in 2022 as a Democrat with a very progressive platform. This time, in the year 2026, I will be running as a Republican for Michigan's open Senate seat. With the recent announcement that current sitting Senator Gary Peters will be retiring after his current term, I'm throwing my hat into the ring as the Republican candidate for Senate. Now, many of you are probably wondering, Matt, you have no political experience and you did not even win your last campaign. Both of those would be true, but like most politicians, I'm planning on failing upwards. And with this race comes a new platform based on 5 key principles that I promise to you, the American people. And with that, let's get into it. Now, when I first become senator, the first action I will take is to bring lasting change to our southern border. It's no mystery that this has been an issue for a prolonged period of time, with many solutions proposed, none of which have worked. That's why I am drawing upon the wisdom of our ancestors and going back to a solution that has a proven track record for centuries. I propose that we dig a moat between the American southern border and Mexico, fill them with the salt water from the Pacific Ocean and the Gulf of America, and then subsequently fill it with saltwater crocodiles. No one in their right mind is going to want to cross a moat filled with crocodiles that could eat you. If we dig this moat deep enough, it would prevent anyone from digging underneath it from a practical standpoint, and no one is going to want to build a rinky-dinky boat to cross it. Crocodiles are very big. With this, we would properly secure the southern border, and we'd have an era of peace and prosperity that we've never seen in this country. Second, we are going to tackle the affordability of healthcare crisis that currently exists in this country. It's no mystery to anyone that the current price of healthcare has risen astronomically over the past several years. In order to tackle this, I'm proposing a 2-pronged solution to the problem. First, we're going to have prevention, and then we're going to have treatment. For prevention, I'm proposing government-subsidized gym memberships for all. While we can't force anyone to make the right decision, we at least can encourage them to start taking steps in the right direction. With this, we can ideally reduce chronic disease that is preventable, such as obesity and other related things. Now, I would be a fool to say that this is going to address every healthcare issue in this country. As we all know, there are plenty of chronic diseases that can't be solved by simply doing an extra set of squats. Because of this, I'm proposing government-subsidized witch doctors be enacted. Witch doctors, unlike most trained medical professionals, are very easy to acquire. They have very little operating costs, and we can implement them immediately. You don't have to send a witch doctor to medical school. You simply give them whatever black magic textbook that they're reading from, and they can off and go. Since they're implementing their healthcare through witchcraft, you don't have the expensive cost of actual medical treatments, expensive equipment, things of that nature. Enacting this would greatly reduce the cost to give healthcare when it is necessary, if in fact that extra set of squats does not help you. Now, for my third campaign issue, I'm actually going to be tackling a bipartisan issue. Unlike many candidates, I'm willing to work across the aisle and get things done for what's best for this country. Because of this, I'm proposing a solution to climate change. Now, I'm no scientist, but I do have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, which I believe is the same degree that Bill Nye, the science guy, has, and he taught you all throughout grade school. I am proposing that we reduce carbon emissions in the atmosphere and increase ozone levels through a very simple solution. Believe it or not, you can actually go on Amazon.com and buy an ozone machine. I didn't know this until recently, but yeah, you can do that. And so this got me thinking, what if we just built ozone farms, filled balloons with the ozone, and sent it up into the atmosphere? This would help to eliminate the greenhouse gases that are up there and provide not only a prevention of more climate change, but a reversal of what we already have. Now, some of you might be thinking this is pseudoscience, but I would say, prove me wrong. Now, for our fourth issue, we're actually going to go back to the well from our original campaign and bring back a political platform that may not be super popular with a lot of people, but I believe is necessary for the good of this country. Next, I will be tackling the large inflation problem that we have in this country, specifically when it comes to housing. Now, with all these solutions that we've proposed thus far, you have seen that they're out-of-the-box solutions, and this solution is going to be no different. With tackling inflation, we can't defeat every enemy at once, but we can defeat one. What I plan to tackle is the housing crisis. In order to do this, I am bringing back my campaign promise of mandated marriages. Reason being is that even someone who has basic economic knowledge knows that prices are decided on two things: supply and demand. Now, supply means that we have to build a lot more houses, which is really expensive and very time-consuming. Demand, if we can decrease that, maybe we're onto something. What we will do is force everyone to get married, and as a result, demand for housing will decrease drastically. Just think how many people are either owning a home or renting a home that are single, that have multiple bedrooms in it that aren't being used. I think it's about time we realize that we just need to suck it up, find someone, and just live with it. By doing this, we would radically reduce the amount of necessary housing and therefore decrease demand. With this, cost would go down, which would also be a stimulus for the economy, as people now have much more increased income to spend on other things. This may not be popular, but this is the solution. This is the way. Deal with it. Now, for my final campaign promise, I'm looking to tackle the problem of violent crime and gun crime that we have in this country. Now, it isn't practical to be able to ban every method and mean of people killing each other, but what we can do is hopefully de-escalate situations and encourage people maybe not to shoot each other. In order to do this, I'm proposing mandated emotional de-escalation teddy bears be carried around by everyone. Sometimes people just need a hug. And in order to make sure that we stop killing each other, I think the best way of doing this is making sure everyone has a little furry friend in order to hug in a time of need. This may seem a little strange to most people, but ultimately, if you actually care about lowering crime, this is something that you're willing to do. This also could become a fashion statement for people, like people will choose their shoes, the type of car they drive. Your emotional support teddy bear / emotional de-escalation teddy bear can become a part of who you are as a person. And through this, we will bring an era of peace and tranquility that we have never seen before in this country. Now, if any of these promises and solutions that we have proposed today resonated with you, I would encourage you to go donate at our campaign, which is just my Venmo account. We need someone in Congress who, like Barack Obama said in 2008, is going to roll up their sleeves and get the job done. And that's what I'm planning on doing for you. When the primaries come along in 2026, you will see my name on the ballot and you will be able to write me in. I'm looking forward to being able to represent you. If you are somewhat on the fence still, ask yourself, has John James or Mike Rogers done anything for you in the past 6 years? No, they're sitting at home doing nothing. That's why you need some young blood like your friend Matthew Thompson, famous YouTuber, in order to get in there and shake some things up. I'm looking forward to serving you. With that, that wraps up this one. Please leave a like if you're going to support our campaign, or comments as to other promises you would like to see. Be sure to tell your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your uncle, your aunt, your grandma and grandpa about this channel and this campaign. And together we will bring about an American prosperity, the likes of which we have never seen. And with that, I bid you a good day.